Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Wednesday, January 27th, 2016, around 4:19 in the afternoon in Berwick, Massachusetts. It's been a mix of sun and clouds today. Some places got raindrops, some places got snow flurries, but no major accumulation. And tomorrow the thaw continues, being in the 40s. Friday there's a slight chance of some rain or snow showers, but nothing significant. And looking at the long range forecast for the next 7 to 10 days, no significant snow in sight. And that would put us to February 6th, which is 38 years from the blizzard of 78. There's no blizzards on the horizon in New England. Some news to report. It's Happy National Chocolate Cake Day. Hopefully you went to get chocolate cake. And the Washington Nationals signed pitcher Bronson Arroyo to a minor league contract. Bronson's trying to come back from Tommy John surgery. And Greg Popovich of the San Antonio Spurs, the coach, will be coaching the NBA's Western Conference team All-Stars for the NBA All-Star Games February 14th. You could catch the game on TNT, called by Marv Albert. And Ernie Johnson and Kenny Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley will be hosting it. And that's about it on news. My second video blog subject of the day is about New England Sports Tonight. New England Sports Tonight, it's a sports wrap-up discussion commentary show, and it's on Comcast Sportsnet New England, and it's been on the air for 13 years. It started off New England Sports Tonight from Fox Sports Net at 6:30 in February of 2002, after the New England Sports Report was discontinued by Fox Sports Net. Its primary host back then were Gary Taneway and Wendy Nix, and they talked about, at first, the history of Boston sports, the greatest plays in Boston sports. It was kind of a sports flashback show at first, but then it turned into subjects of the sports day. Eventually, Wendy Nix was replaced by Greg Dickerson. They showed it at 6:30, and they repeated it throughout the night, 7 p.m., 10 p.m., 10:30. They would talk about the Red Sox, the Patriots, the Bruins, the Celtics. They would have so many guests like John Wallach, Pete Shepard, Glenn Ordway, former players including Steve Viasi, Fred Smirlis, and Daniel Marshall, among others. And New England Sports Tonight got so popular that in February of 2003, they had a late edition, which was at 10 p.m., and they would once in a while would have special guests on there, guest host, including Michael Felger, Michael Harley, and so many others. It got real popular. Eventually, they were getting sponsors, including Mohegan Sun, and also Uno's and Town Fair Tire, among other corporations. And at first, the graphics were set up like Fox Sports regional sports reports. The graphics were like that, but eventually they changed over, and they would use the Fox Sports regional theme song, which was like the alternate version of the NFL on Fox theme. In 2007, Fox Sports Net New England was rebranded as Comcast Sports Net, and they shortened it from New England Sports Tonight to Sports Tonight. They had two editions, 6:30 and 10. The 6:30 edition was primarily hosted by Gary Taneway and Greg Dickerson for many years, and they continue to have good guests on there. The 10 p.m. edition was always hosted by Michael Felger, and he had a few others, sports guests, including Rich Keefe and Mike Beto and Lou Maloney and a few others. And like in the early 2010s, Greg Dickerson left the show for a few years to become the Celtics sideline announcer, and they had a various guest hosts with Taneway. And around 2012, they rebranded Sports Tonight, the one at 6:30, to the early edition. And the early edition is a preview of the night sporting events for the Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox, and some Patriots talk. And it's also kind of like a pre-game show for Boston Celtics basketball, because Comcast Sportsnet New England holds the rights to it. And at 10:30, it's Sports Tonight. And over the past few years, they've been getting different co-hosts. Trini Kazari kind of is like the kind of host it as well with Gary Taneway. She's real nice, and she's got nice legs. She's real popular. And they have kind of a spin-off of Sports Tonight on Sundays called Sports Sundays, which is the wrap-up of the week's events. And it's a various of guest hosts on there, and it's pretty good. They usually have it at 7:30 on Sundays on Comcast Sportsnet, provided there's no Celtics game. And if there's a Celtics game, they usually put it later on in the evening. I watch Sports Tonight, the early edition. Great shows. They're opinionated. Gary Taneway is an awesome host. He's one of the signature hosts of Comcast Sportsnet. And his other co-hosts are pretty good. Felger is decent as the nighttime host, because during the day he is hosting like Felger and Mazeroski, and they repeat early edition and Sports Tonight several times during the nighttime and the early morning hours. So that's about it on that. I will be back with the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about the decline of complete games by pitchers in Major League Baseball. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunning guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning, she's the best. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 in Raleigh, North Carolina, has a sweet southern accent, and of course she's got nice legs. Lisa Bell of News 6 rocks, and in the words of Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer, that Don Jezebel. Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. Questions, comments, concerns, shout-outs, plugs, private message me, or comment it on the comments below. I like to hear feedback. Bye now. Boo.